What's going on? What's going on? Hey, family, it's your man, Russ Mitchell, Homesick Buckeye, back with you again. Here with another video for you. Family, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're having a great day, a great week. Hope things are going well for you in your keto life and in real life. Man, I hope you're moving and grooving, steadily improving. I hope you're thriving and striving, okay, living and giving, doing what we do. And I hope you're making progress because progress is more important than perfection. You can't be perfect, but you can always make progress. So I hope you're doing that. I am just kind of chilling, getting my mind together. I'm going to go on here to the Keto Cookout. Um, we do that show, if you don't know, live every Tuesday night, the Keto Cookout. If you want to come on the show, ketocookoutlive.com. If you want to come in, hang out, tell your story, if you have something to plug, a business or a channel or something you want to talk about, come on the show and hang out with us. We love that. We never get tired of hearing the stories, never get tired of talking to the folks. We're just so happy that we can put on the show for you. And shout out to my girl, Ollie. She's a little under the weather. Ollie will not be on the show tonight. We've got a guest host, and my man Adam's up in Canada. He's going to be tuning in with us with some folks up there. Hopefully, have good internet and all that up north. But in any event, I just wanted to follow up and do another video. My last video, we talked about my blood work, and I thought I was dehydrated. The blood work showed possible dehydration. And I mentioned I was going to reach out to some folks and just get some clarification and make sure I was on the right track with this thing. I was able to do that. I was able to catch up with Dr. Barry, and I was able to catch up with Dr. Hampton. He was a little annoyed. He was watching Leave It to Beaver reruns, and I interrupted him from that. So sorry, Doc. He's a real big Leave It to Beaver fan. So in any event, I was able to confirm that it's very likely that I was dehydrated when I took that blood test. And I don't mind telling you, family, that's something I have struggled with through my life, even when I was a younger, more athletic young man playing sports and different things. I would cramp sometimes, and wouldn't hydrate like I should. I just wasn't thirsty, and even now, um, I'm not thirsty. I don't, like I told Dr. Hampton, it's like I don't walk around thirsty all the time. If I'm thirsty, I drink. I mean, that's what we're taught. But the moral of the story is, on a normal day, I'm drinking somewhere between 32 and 48 ounces of fluids, and that's just not enough. Dr. Berry has taught us that while there's no magic formula to lose weight, you can't, drink your way to weight loss, like some fad diets tell you can. But we also know that water, you will die if you don't drink enough, if you're not hydrated properly. So it's just about finding that balance, finding what you need, and it's different for everybody. Your age, your activity level. If you're out in the hot sun working all day, you need more than if you are in the air conditioning working in a desk job. So. But in talking to the docs and that, I'm going to up it to 64 ounces a day minimum. Um, but listen, family, I'm trying to drown myself. Basically, every time I walk past the fountain, I get some water. Okay, because this thing cannot be derailing my success. But I learned some important things about dehydration. And again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, any of that. I'm repeating to you the things that I've learned as best I can. I would encourage you to talk to your doctor or do your own research, but I'll do my best to tell you what I've learned. But if you are dehydrated, even mildly dehydrated, you will not be in ketosis. Dehydration is anti ketogenic. As a matter of fact, the way I understand it is your body metabolizes protein and fat, but protein primarily differently when you're dehydrated than when you're properly hydrated. Because in order to produce ketones, you have to have low insulin levels, and producing ketones can be have a diuretic effect. So, if you're mildly dehydrated or if you're not hydrated properly, your liver basically knows that and knows, hey, we're not going to make ketones because ketones, if we do that, we'll have to drop his insulin. He'll maybe lose more water. In fact, it does the opposite. It'll make glucose out of the protein that you take in, which raises your glucose level and raises your insulin and makes you retain water, which makes sense because if you're dehydrated, your body doesn't want to lose any more water. So I thought that was interesting. I'd never heard that before. Obviously, I've been on a million streams and heard a million people talk about needing to drink water, and of course, I know I need to drink water. But it's always, if you're thirsty, drink. If you're not thirsty, don't worry about it. But for me, it doesn't appear that was the case, because again, I wasn't thirsty, and when I was thirsty, I was drinking, but it wasn't enough for me. It seems to be metabolically healthy, so. I got a plan. I got a program. I'm going to start every day with a bottle of water. I got a 42-ounce Big Yeti. I'm going to make sure I fill that up every day and drink that. I already drink, coffee in the morning and different things. I'm going to keep doing my routines that way, but I'm adding about 40 ounces of water a day. It'll take me, over 70 or so ounces a day, and we'll just see how it goes. And the curious thing is, when I was blowing in my meter, like last week, I talked about it. I blew in it Monday and Tuesday of last week, and I wasn't in ketosis. Well, I blew Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, still wasn't in ketosis. I got my blood work back late Friday night. It was like 11 o'clock at night, and I saw my blood work, and I, made my video about it. And then I drank a bunch of water before I went to bed that night. And when I woke up the next morning and blew in my meter, I blew a number. Now, was that coincidence? I mean, I hadn't blown all week, but when I drank a bunch of water and went to bed, woke up, blew, and then I blew again a number the next day, which was Monday. And then, of course, today is Tuesday. I didn't blow today. But as of, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I was in ketosis those days. So, but again, started hydrating up, once I got the results of the test, and I thought it was something going on. But I got a new routine now, making changes, you know. I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to make changes, family. When something's not going right, you got to make some changes. So I'm going to be making some changes. I'm going to make some changes in my keto life. I'm going to drink more water. Got to get the fluids and electrolytes. Yeah. That's Michael Jackson, old school. But yeah, man, you got to make some changes sometimes, family, if something's not working right. But I wanted to share this because, this is not something I'd ever heard before. I mean, maybe, somebody said it and I missed it, but I never heard anybody ever say, when people say they hit a stall or they're not losing weight, it's kind of the same things you hear: eat more fat. Maybe you're not eating enough. You need some electrolytes and stuff. But I've never, at least in my recollection, ever heard anybody say you may be dehydrated. How much fluid are you drinking each day? Maybe you need to drink more, not just electrolytes, but just more fluids, period. Even if you're not thirsty, maybe you should drink. And it's interesting too because when I think about being a kid playing sports, I remember my coaches and things saying, "Don't wait till you're thirsty to drink. Drink if you're thirsty. It's too late. Drink before you get thirsty, not when you're thirsty. Stay hydrated." I mean, it's again, that was a lot of years ago, but I don't know. I'm still, I'm confused, family. I don't know, but I know this: I can't let anything stand in the way of my progress, especially something as simple as drinking more fluids. That's easy peasy. That I can do. So I'm going to start doing it. And, we'll see how it goes. I got to weigh in tomorrow. I have no idea how that's going to go because I think I spent the month of October not in ketosis. And that's another thing that I've learned that I've taken away from this family. I did not blow in my meter since the first week of October. I'm never going to do that again either. I'm going to make sure I blow at least once a week because, if I'd have blown and seen I wasn't in ketosis, I might have. I don't know. I wouldn't have. I wouldn't have guessed I was dehydrated. I wouldn't have guessed that. That's for sure. But at least I would have known I wasn't in ketosis. I maybe could have adjusted in some type of way, or I don't know. Maybe there's something I would. At least I would have known and been aware of it. I wasn't aware of it until several weeks later, even though I knew there was something going on because I mentioned I've been hungrier. I mentioned that I wasn't feeling the same way I normally felt, 2 or 3 weeks after my weigh in. So I knew something was going on. And I'm just glad it's something I can fix or something I can work on. And we're going to, spin the wheel again here this next month, see what goes on. I don't know how the weigh-in's going to go. I will tell you all about it. I'll weigh myself in tomorrow and see where we're at, and we'll just go from there. Whatever it says, it's not going to be a problem for me. If I'm up, if I'm down, if I'm the same, listen, I keep the main thing the main thing. I'm going to keep my carbs low, keep my proteins and fats high, and I'm going to drink more fluids. I'm also going to up my electrolytes. I drink the LMNT once a week. I'm going to go twice a week. That, along with the health coach shakes I drink, should give me good electrolytes at least 3 times a week. Never had a problem with that, cramping, things like that, never. But electrolytes are important. I talked to Dr. Hampton about that too. So, I'm going to do that. And so those are the changes we're going to make for now. My diet's been on point this month. And I've been really, really, really good on that aspect of it. But we're going to hydrate up, take a little bit more electrolytes. We're going to blow in the meter at least once a week, making sure I'm on track. And we'll just go from there. And I hope that this is it. I hope that this is the key. Thinking back to my previous blood test when all my numbers were great, I can't really put together why the dip other than back in I took the last test in July. And in April and May of July and June, I was eating a lot more vegetables back then. Especially like in April, May, and June, I was eating lettuce and tomato every day, just about, and making vegetables probably every other week. So maybe I was getting some fluids from that I'm not getting now because around the middle of August or so, I stopped with the lettuce and the tomatoes. Just no reason, just decided to just cut them out. And then the vegetables shortly after that. I haven't made vegetables here for it's been a little while. As a matter of fact, I think I might make some. But um, so I just that's the only reason I can think because I wasn't drinking more in July or May or June than I am now. I have really the same routine minus the vegetables really. So and that so I don't know. This thing is an experiment in many ways, family. Trying to figure out what works best for you. It can be sometimes frustrating when you're not getting the results you want, but you can't worry about that. You got to make your changes. You got to make your adjustments. You got to keep moving forward, keep making progress. Um, I'm moving my feet. I'm eating the meat, doing the things I'm supposed to do that way. This hydration thing is just a speed bump, and it's good news in a lot of ways because maybe, just maybe, I could still have my chocolates. Just saying. I'm hoping. I'm hoping that this hydration and electrolyte thing was the source of the problem. And listen, I got a comment from somebody. Somebody said to me, "You those chocolates aren't going to make it to Thanksgiving." I will have you know that I still have them. And as a matter of fact, I'm gonna make a video. In the next video I make, I got the green screen here and the chocolates are on the way on the other side. I'm not gonna get them, but the next video I make, I'm gonna have those chocolates with me because I'm not eating them. They actually sit on the desk they're right close to my desk where I work. They're sitting there, and I'm not touching them until Thanksgiving. Not happening. So you don't have to worry about that. But I can't lie, they're good, and I would love it if I could have them sometimes. But if they're derailing my progress, they got to go, family. They got to go. All right, but I'm hoping that it's the dehydration. I'm hoping that you know, once I get back on track with this, it'll get me back on the program, and maybe I can have my keto chocolates every now and again. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know the answer to that. Anyway, I don't want to keep you. I just wanted to pop on and give you an update. I'll let you know that I did confirm what I thought with the dehydration, and I'm making some changes. Like I said, I'll have a weigh-in video coming up here pretty soon for you. We'll see what the scale says. Got some other things, some cooking videos and some stuff coming. We just try to give you some information and some fun and laughs and things you want to see. So try to lift your spirits, brighten your day, and up and encourage you. Okay, you can do it. Keep on that keto road. I know the holidays are coming up. Don't beat yourself up. If you have a little pumpkin pie, a little bit of this or that, hey, forget about it. Keep moving forward. Get back on the program. All right. Don't worry about being perfect. Worry about making progress. Speed bumps and things like that are gonna come along the road, but you stay on the road. Keep both hands on the wheel. Keep it between the lines. You can do it. I know you can. And as always, keep moving, grooving, keep steadily improving, living and giving, striving and thriving, making progress because progress is more important than perfection. That's all I got for you now, family. I will see you. By the time you see this, the cookout will be over, but I'm going to be on the cookout in just a little bit. I'll see you on there. Hopefully, we have a great show. And I wish you all the best. And I will see you on the next one.